honey buffalo. The orange zest really adds this beautiful sweetness to it as well.
Living with IH part, whatever. I have been thinking about that buffalo sauce ever since Kevin made it. So it is 3 weeks post op, and this week I finally felt in the mood to cook, so I made it. And Kevin was right, that shit was delicious. But because I am on a low sodium diet, I didn't use Frank's, nor did I use unsalted butter. I do my buffalo sauce a little different. I always have, but it's actually really similar to Kevin's. So I've always used Frank's, honey, a little bit of brown sugar, and I typically would always try to skip the butter. And then I would usually use citrus. My mom always used lemon juice, sometimes lemon or lime. But that orange, that motherfucker there, delicious. I'm gonna put a picture up and show what the chicken looked like. But so, 3 weeks post op, I'm feeling pretty great. So I had a neuro-ophthalmology appointment this week, and apparently my eyes look great. Too early to tell if it was the stent or if my eyes have just been looking good from the topiramate and the other medication that I'm on, the diuretic. But yeah, so now I'm on 6 month appointments, and hopefully at my next appointment, I will be off of topiramate. I can start tapering down. I'm on a really low dose of topiramate anyway, but I can start tapering down in a few months once I'm a little more healed. So that feels really good. Other than that, I feel pretty good. So, like I said, I've started cooking. Like, the only thing that I did was I did those chicken legs, and I did mine in the air fryer instead of the oven. And that was simple. Just had to do those in season. When I seasoned mine differently than how Kevin did. And then, what else did I make this week? Oh, there was something else that Kevin did. Kevin did quesadillas a few weeks ago, and I wanted to make those. So I made quesadillas because my husband really likes quesadillas. I'm kind of impartial to them, but instead of guacamole and pico, I did fajita vegetables. And I didn't have to make the meat because I prepped for surgery. I prepped a shit ton of meat. I think I did like 6 pounds of taco meat, probably 20 pounds of chicken on the grill. So I actually still have probably 1 more week of meat left in the freezer. So I actually just had to defrost the taco meat. So it's easy to just make the quesadillas. So I really just had to make the sauce that he made, and then just the fajita vegetables. Super simple. So I don't have to be up for a lot of that because I do still have a lot of fatigue. So one thing that is true post surgery is still having a lot of fatigue during the day, sleeping through the night very well, but still I'll either go for a walk or run an errand during a day, and after that I'm typically exhausted, typically napping, but I'm resting when I need to rest, trying to keep my mind active, sharp, whatever, doing puzzles, reading, all of these things, because I'm not back to work just yet, but still trying to kind of get in the groove. And I'm not reading academic literature yet, but I'm just reading novels, before I kind of take a crack at articles again, before I get back into that space. But as far as symptoms that I am having, still, they're not too bad. So at my neuro-ophthalmology appointment, the nurse was running down like, "Oh, what symptoms are you still having? Like, are you still having symptoms?" And I thought, yeah, a little bit. But she went down my chart, and it was crazy because I'm like, actually, I'm not really having too many symptoms because I am still having headaches, but they are significantly better. So we had a couple of days of rain here, and yeah, I had headaches because those of us that have IH, we do have headaches when it rains because of barometric pressure. But those days, those headaches with rain were like my normal IH days prior to the stent. That was an interesting sensation. Um, but I'm also noticing that like I do still have tinnitus. But for me, I don't think this tinnitus is due to IH. For me, this is due to superior canal dehiscence syndrome. because I can tell that my autophony is very loud. So, like, I can tell that those symptoms are starting to show through in ways that my IH didn't allow them to, because I was so miserable from the IH symptoms. But other than that, like, the vertigo is miles better. I've been able to drive without wearing my nausea band still. I just generally feel significantly less miserable. Making plans to go out for my birthday next week. Well, not like out, just like out to dinner to see what being in a restaurant is going to be like. Before all of this, I would have to, well, I still do. I wear migraine glasses when I'm out in public and in stores because I am still sensitive to light, but I think that is a function of the vestibular migraines, because I think I have always had I've always had migraines. I don't know what specific type of migraines. I'm curious if they were always vestibular migraines. But I do have vestibular migraines. And so, like, I do wear red migraine glasses, and I'm wearing my earplugs and headphones less out and about, just to see if sound triggers me. I haven't really tested music. Still haven't tested that as much. So we'll see how that goes. But what else have I cooked? I'm trying to think. Memory is still a little iffy, but I don't think that is the IH. I think that's still going to be a side effect of the topiramate, honestly. Another thing that I think for me that helps greatly with the migraines and probably the inflammation and the pressure is I drink, like, every day I take a shot of ginger, turmeric, and apple juice. Well, this week it's ginger, turmeric, and apple. Last week it was ginger, blueberry, lime juice. Because ginger, turmeric, and lime juice, it helps with inflammation. So I know that has helped tremendously. But I think that also really helps with the vertigo, because I know that does something for something. I read it. Memory's bad. But as far as, like, on a scale of 1 to 10 on a pain scale, like, today, pressure, or like, my head is not feeling the best, but today was a day where I needed to re-up my migraine medication. So it was a migraine day as opposed to a pressure headache day. So it's just being able to tell the differences between the types of headaches and what it is. So it's just been very interesting in paying attention to what is what. So now just kind of taking the time and really paying attention to which symptom is attributed to which condition, because we have idiopathic intracranial hypertension, superior canal dehiscence syndrome, and we have vestibular migraines. So trying to pay attention to what part of my head is hurting, what's exactly going on, and like which symptom is attributed to what.